C'est juicy.
C'est juicy, ça. This is so beautiful here, Barnett.
I'm glad you're here.
I love your pad.
I'm glad you're here to enjoy it with us today.
Oh, this is so relaxing. So you get to sit in front of this every day?
It's such a gift. It's such an incredible gift. And it's like part of my practice because when I'm here, I know that I am not separate from nature. And it takes me out, you know very well that I'm a really heady mental guy and I can go there really quickly. And it just brings me into my body and into my heart. And I know that that's so elemental and I am that.
And you get dolphins and seals, I've heard.
We get dolphins.
Can you ask them to come over?
They're here every single morning. So we may be a little late. They're usually here around 8:30. They're very much creatures of habit. They go right by. And over there in all those rocks, all of that wonderful rocky stuff, there's sea lions and it's fantastic. It's so beautiful.
Pacific Highway, huh? It goes all the way up to...
It goes all the way up to Vancouver and...
where we're going fishing.
Where we're going fishing. We're going fishing.
This is so great. It feels like we're in a boat right now, especially when we're in your living room. I love it. You got a juicy home.
It does. When there's storms, it really feels like you're on a boat. It's a little... I'm not wild about it when it's...
Tell us about your life change from where you were to living here now.
Where I was once upon a time?
Once upon a time. And now you decided to kind of change your life and live by the beach full time.
Well, how far back are we going? Once upon a time, I lived in northern Quebec in a small town of 3,000 people called Saint-Agathe-des-Monts, and it was very beautiful. But as beautiful as it was, I didn't feel too connected to it. I lived above my eyes and was trying to figure out life and trying to belong and to feel connected and to become what I thought that small boys should grow up to become, and I wasn't sure what that was, so it's very stressful. And eventually I left that town. I went off to college, and it was more of the same. I didn't do very well in college. I failed my first year in college. I repeated it. I failed my second year in college. My first year in college. Again, more of this desperate need to do it right, to do it right, and not feeling that I was doing it right. And then I went to Europe for many years and thought I would become a filmmaker. That would be...
That's juicy.
And fast forward, a lot of things happen. And one day, about 30 years ago, somebody said to me, "You create your own reality." This was after many years of psychology, many years of therapy, many years. Somebody said, "You create your own reality." A light went on.
Wow.
Something happened to me. And I thought, for the first time, I have heard truth. I've heard, this is the cutting edge for me of truth. And I want to explore that. And that has been my life's purpose and my primary passion and direction and journey for 30 years. That's everything else is a ever increasingly beautiful expression of my increasing intimacy with that.
And with nature. You're pretty intimate with nature, Barnett, here.
Yeah, definitely.
And that connects us to Source.
It certainly connects us to Source. And we have it available everywhere.
It's free?
It's free at all times, everywhere, every place, any place. And I didn't know that. I thought it had to be the right job, the right relationship, the right appearance in the world, the right attitude, if I can accomplish this, then I will be happy.
Yeah.
If then mental construct, doing, and then I discovered a being.
Yeah.
That just being in quietly with what's going on with me and who I am, and connecting in to all that is, whether it's out here in this beautiful nature, or it's in the city, or it's in a conversation and being
Or it's in the heart of someone.
in the heart of someone, or it's in the heart of me, or it's in the heart of my inner worlds. That we're never alone.
Yeah.
We're never alone.
I love that you surf too. Huh? It's quite meditative for you. You love surfing.
I love it. I love it.
Why'd you surf?
I surf right there, and
That wave actually is pretty good.
right there, and it's exhilarating. It's like flying. I fly in my dreams,
You.
and it's similar. It's a similar experience. It's exhilarating, and I feel alive, and it also keeps me very, very present. And you know, I want to become better and better and better at becoming more and more present, and that really keeps me present. Because if I'm not focused, and if I'm thinking about something else, you know, it's at best I'm just going to get worked, and at less than best, I'm going to have an unpleasant experience.
Or you miss the wave.
Missing the wave is, you know, is disappointing, but not being focused and wiping out in a way that, you know, that I have little broken fingers here and bruised toes. You know, this is all inattentiveness, or it's over ambition, or it's losing a perspective of what my gifts, talents, and strengths are relative to who this 20-year-old aspect of me thinks he wants to be. You know, I live about 400 yards around that point are some very, very inspiring and dedicated young kids who are just you saw some this morning. They're breathtakingly gifted.
And in the flow.
So when I allow myself to be deluded to think that I can be that as opposed to being who I am, it takes me out of the present, and you can get hurt. You can get held down, or you can have this feel. When you get hurt there, it's kind of like being in the spin cycle of your washing machine, round and round and round, thinking, will I ever get up?
Or the rabbit hole.
Or the rabbit hole.
In life.
So it is a great teacher, and beautiful and thrilling, and there's so much.
What a great analogy of life too. You probably have many, many lessons in the water.
Well, see that lovely little bird down there? There is so much. It's so alive, and it's so dynamic. And I look down, and there's so much activity below me, and there's so many fish below me, and I love it.
You're part of the big hole then.
I'm part of it. I'm part of the big.
Hey, that's the future Juicy helicopter.
The future Juicy tour. Flying over the.
I'll just land right there next time.
And come right out. So it's wonderful to be sitting here with you outside the goddess's ocean. It's a huge reflection of the unconscious.
Thank you, Freeman.
Freeman.
Oh, I'm thinking of Freeman.
Walked into the room here.
Freeman, get Freeman. That's why I just said Freeman. Get Freeman.
Get a little shout out to Freeman.
He's watching. It's him.
Nice to.
All right, my beautiful co-creators.
Freeman, good to see you, and
yeah,
lovely to see you here.
Lovely
today.
to see you too. Thank you for this juicy moment.